right, guys, Green Bay walleyes, big waves, big bites. They go together like peanut butter and jelly. So fishing on the Great Lakes and primarily being a casting angler, the benefits of having the new Quest series of trolling motors from Minn Kota has been absolutely crazy so far this season. We obviously rely heavily on my equipment as far as my big engine and my kicker motor, but I'm on my trolling motor 80% of the day. And having something that's now built bigger and better than ever, super robust, heavy duty, can take the beating of the Great Lakes. That long 72-inch shaft for me is an absolute must-have, spot locking in 2, 3, 4 foot waves. And then the Ulterra, in this scenario, being able to stow and deploy that motor with a click of a button, not having to go up front, get in my customer's way or my client's way, makes it a lot easier on me personally, my body, going out and taking the motor in and out throughout the day. And then having it all, again, through the one boat network where I can command it from so many different locations in the boat, no matter where I'm at. So one thing that I guess I do is kind of unique to kind of my setup as being a guide on the Great Lakes is I like to kind of run my office out of the back of the boat. The reason being is I always want my clients to have the best position or be in the best position and have their baits generally go through the spot first, and it puts them in the best position in the front of the boat. So I have all my graphs set up here in the rear. I've got one Solux 10 up front for my customers to check on 360 or side imaging if they want to see it, depth or mapping, focusing on what they need to do in order to be successful. So another awesome thing with the Quest and having that much more power and torque is that it pushes this boat, this 219 GL, I had it at 3.8 miles an hour with 3 customers, full tank of gas and fully loaded down. And to push this size of boat that fast, it kind of eliminates the time of where I'd be scanning around or using my big engine, not only putting hours on my engine, but more so for me, creating a lot of noise, right? And that brushless feature allows me a lot more quiet. I can scan and look for schools of fish with my Mega Side or my 360 as I'm tootling around with my trolling motor. Now also this engine or motor, I should say, is gonna be a lot more efficient on your batteries. Long days on the water, I'm gonna run the motor down a lot as far as batteries. And now this being brushless is gonna be a lot more efficient on my batteries. I don't have to worry about if I'm gonna be able to make it through the day or if I'm gonna need to plug in at any point. I can see everything through the one boat network as far as my battery percentage, my life, my estimated time. We now have an eco mode as well, so that if you are getting low, you can switch over to eco mode, and that's gonna preserve your batteries as much as possible to get you through the rest of your day. Another benefit we have with these Minn Kota Ulterras and Ulterras, like the list is so long, but they come with the power prop. Now this is gonna be a prop that's gonna give you a lot more bite. It's gonna move the boat a lot quicker, and the motor itself isn't working as hard to do so. So being that my office here is in the back of the boat, one thing I've always struggled with in the past is being able to see my trolling motor, look through my customers. I'm always leaning out, leaning in, trying to see where that trolling motor is and adjust my boat control off of that. But now with the one boat network, I've got my Minn Kota linked up here to my Humminbird, and I can see exactly which way that trolling motor is pointed. I can also hit spot lock, autopilot. All the normal features from your pedal or your remote are now at the click of a button at my fingertips. One thing you'll see on the top of all my trolling motors that I've had is I have glow tape that's positioned over the top of it so that at any point I do a lot of night fishing a lot of walleyes and muskies. I'm able to reference the motor, look up at it quick. I can see the glow tape and know exactly where that motor is positioned, and or I can again look at my screen. So having the boat that I have being a basically 22-foot long GL here and the 219 is a big boat to push around, and having that Quest series and specifically this Ulterra, that motor's working hard. And when you add on the stress of fishing the Great Lakes and pushing this boat around and dealing with the bigger waves, that bigger, beefier footprint with the new base is amazing. And then everything about the new Quest series is bigger and better.